So we're back, and Curtis, this is something that actually is in my wheelhouse.
I know that. That is a good thing.
Yeah, and it's just like, so, you know, I was a historical document dealer for 35 years, and I've had the privilege of handling some of the best pieces of Americana probably ever, right, and that ever crossed the market. And my favorite time period is this 1860 to 1865, you know, Lincoln era of American history. And this is truly one of the most evocative, coveted pieces, I think, of Americana. I mean, this is the actual wanted poster. You know, Booth had just assassinated Lincoln, and the country is in turmoil, and they're posting this $100,000 reward. This poster was so early in the process, it had yet had the portraits that were later added to it of the conspirators and the assassin. What's interesting about the wanted poster is Sang, Forbes, every great collector has one of these in their collection. It's like the seminal piece. If you're a Lincoln collector, whether you collect assassination or Lincoln's life and presidency or early on Black Hawk War, I think you have to have one of these. It's a seminal piece of American history.
And a seminal piece of, I mean, Lincoln's assassination, you know, rocked the country and rocked the world. It really did. I mean, the news went overseas. And, you know, most people know he was assassinated at Ford's Theater. On the 14th, he was shot, of April 14th, 1865, died the next day, around 7 o'clock in the morning at the Peterson House across the street. And everybody knew Booth. He was kind of the Johnny Depp of acting.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
He was that famous.
He was supposedly the most handsome man in the country. Women loved him. Men wanted to be him. And he assassinated the president, jumped off out of the box. They say he said sic semper tyrannis. Right, which is which I read a book recently of a guy wrote a book saying, I saw John Wilkes Booth shoot President Lincoln. He says he never said that. Booth was out of there in 30 seconds. Right. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But these started being printed. There's different varieties of these broadsides, but this is the one everybody wants. Yeah. This is the holy grail of John Wilkes Booth Reward
So
Broadside.
have you seen, like, I've had a few of these in my career, and this one's exceptional. I mean, I actually like the versions without the photos.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first print. This is when they first came out, and then later, when they knew definitely it was Booth, David Herold, and John Surrat was...
They added the images.
Yeah, they added the images. As a matter of fact, one recently sold in the last 4 or 5 months at a major auction house. It had the images on the broadside. Okay. They were later copies made in the early 1900s from the original negatives, but they were done 30 years after the fact.
Reserve
photographs, exactly. That one realized $214,000.
And you know what? It's worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
When you think about this document, I've maybe handled 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's 20.
If that.
If that in existence.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so and you're talking about an opportunity to get something that, you know, when you think about the relative value of money, I still think these are incredibly inexpensive.
Yeah, I think they're undervalued. You know, people say they want to have a museum piece in their collection.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. I mean, the buttons are cool. A lot of things you have are cool, but I mean, again, this is why we wanted to bring these videos to you guys to understand what these pieces are. This is a great thing. If you ever thought about buying one of these or acquiring something like this, I can't tell you how important it is and what it's something that you will never regret owning, and you'll regret if you don't, because they don't come up that often. I mean, it's iconic.
Yeah, I think the bid right now, it's in the mid-30s, I think.
1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, this should bring 6 figures.
Yes, yeah.
Easily.
I would not be surprised.
And you know, again, we're happy to show you these pieces, and hopefully every auction show you the highlights of things that we find interesting and that we like, right?
And you know, again, feel free to call us if you have any questions about any of the pieces. We're more than happy to answer all your questions.
Yeah. Good luck with the auction.
Thank you.